Hi, I'm David Bendeth, and this is my gear story. I don't have a name for this guitar. It's kind of the new kid. I got this guitar about 20 years ago. I bought it at a store in Hoboken, actually, while I was working at Water Music. I think I was working on a record called The Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. We needed a Tele. So I walked into the store. It was pretty expensive for a Tele, like for me. You have to remember when this guitar came out, the original 67 Tele, it cost $220 with the case. And actually the original guitars were probably half that in 1954. And, you know, a butterscotch Telecaster or a Sunburst Tele probably wasn't much money. And they're made, a Telecaster's made for people that couldn't afford a guitar that was very expensive. It was like a slab of wood, 2 slabs of wood, and a couple of pickups, a lipstick pickup and a single coil pickup on the back. But this guitar is one of a few hundred. This is what's known as a Smugglers Telecaster or a chamber Telecaster. And the reason they call it that was in 1967, people were complaining in 66 that the guitar was too heavy. And what ended up happening was they decided to mess around and take out a big chunk of wood here and a big chunk of wood there and leave this area hollow. You can look it up on Google and you will see this guitar, and you can tell because it's got this big mark next to the volume when they open it up. Why do they call it a smuggler's Tele? Because I think that's the way people got drugs across the border. You take off this plate, put the drugs in, you put whatever you want in. Maybe it's money, maybe it's drugs, that's what they called it. This is an ashtray. It's a dust cover, and of course there's dust everywhere. I don't know why I even put it on, but it's a dust cover. And this is what a 1967 Tele looks like. But you can see this is all pink. I don't know if you can pick that out or not. I'll try and put some angles on it. But that's from the case. That was the dye from the case rubbing off. You know, it looks like blood, like somebody got shot in it. Again, the serial numbers here. And if you take off the neck on each of these guitars, you'll see the date. Some of them are written in handwriting, and there's numbers on them and what month they were made. So usually, I think 2 of those guitars are June and this one's a January. But that's how you tell a real guitar from a fake. It has to have the real identification. Now, the Stratocasters, when they were made, they were assembled by an incredible crew of women that used to put guitars together. They were meticulous, way better than anybody else. They had just had it down. And I think you'll notice, like, with anything, even like cars, people like the 63 Corvette. I'm not sure I like that. It's a split window. It's a great looking car. But there's years that things just get incredible where it all comes together for a company. I would put a 1969 E-Type Jag in there, a 63 Corvette in there. Some people would put a 72, Dodge in there. There's just years where it just, bam, it's magic. And I love this guitar. It's lighter. I'll play a little bit of it. It's got that kind of, it's got like a lot of attack. This is, that's the lipstick pickup. This is both. You can really hit it hard, this guitar, and it's very full. This is the known Tele, pickup. It's got a very kind of country rockabilly sound. It's great for playing just back chords in a studio, like you're. And that's the Tele, the 67 chamber Telecaster. That's my gear story, and I'm sticking to it.